conquer the weekend time. The first time I'm doing this since sometime last year, as I promised on Friday. I want to start out by saying on Friday I have had the single worst eating day that I've had since I came back from Atlanta on Christmas break. I had a complete breakdown in my discipline. It was a combination of just stressing, as I mentioned. It's Monday, the 16th. I have final round interviews for a tremendous opportunity tomorrow, and I'm hella nervous. And I did what I continuously do. It's a combination. It's not just that though, but it's just like when I get busy, I'm just like, oh, I'll put the fitness stuff on pause because it's causing me too much stress, and it's like when I get really stressed, I'm looking for instant gratification and I want to eat junk. Literally after I stopped the camera from doing my weekly weigh-in, I went upstairs and I got these these veggie straws, and I had the whole bag, and I had two poppy sodas, and it's 8 o'clock, 8:15 in the morning, and I've already had 700 calories of processed foods. And that's how I started my day. I went to Silver Diner for lunch, and I had the chicken tenders appetizer with honey mustard. Then I had a smash burger with fries. I almost had a dessert, but I decided not to. But I was like, I'm just having my cheat meal. So that's what I ate. And then that was at like 12. And then at like 3 o'clock, I had 5 hot dogs and 2 more poppy sodas. And then me and my wife went out for Valentine's Day on Friday night. And I had more chicken tenders at the restaurant. I had this like short rib pasta, and I had a bread pudding. It was a little cup, but it was a bread pudding for dessert. We had gotten a prefix menu where you pick an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. And I had like probably 5 or 6 cups of Coca-Cola. That was what I ordered, and the waitress just kept refilling it. I didn't keep track of how many I finished, but it wasn't 2, it was not 3, it was either 4 or 5. So I had the single worst day of eating that I've had since I've been back. I did pull myself together on Saturday. And I said the other thing that I do, it's not just about the interview tomorrow. That is creating a high amount of stress. I haven't been sleeping great. I've been really, really nervous about this. It's a tremendous opportunity, and I'm really hoping to land this. But the other thing that I do is pretty much last week, from Saturday when I woke up until the weekly weigh-in, I didn't have a single thing. Well, that's not true. I had a great day on Wednesday. I had one of my factor meals for dinner, and I was still hungry. So I did take a, what do you call it? I have these potato buns. I had a potato bun, and I put 2 slices of Colby Jack cheese in, and I microwaved it for 20 seconds, and I ate it after I had a flawless day that day. But I did have that, and that's probably, I think the bun's like 120 calories, and then each slice of Colby Jack cheese is like 100 to 110, and it's all processed. It's processed cheese. The bread is ultra processed. I'm sure it has a lot of sugar because it's a potato bun. It's really sweet, which is why I like it. That's the one thing I had all week from the time I woke up Saturday until my weigh-in. So it's like there's this release that I have after I do my weekly weigh-in, and I've got to conquer Friday. I have got to conquer my Friday. I get very lax. I go into weekend mode, and this is a process. I'm not trashing myself, but I am trying to hold myself accountable. The last 2 weekends, I didn't have a cheat meal on Saturday or Sunday. I did a fast. I did my run. I had flawless days on Saturday and Sunday the last 2 weeks, but I've got to get Friday under wraps. And I'm nervous because that's why I stepped on my scale every day to track my weight last week. And I saw how I ballooned, and I did not get flat to Friday until Tuesday, which is a problem, until Wednesday, because I did my fast from Sunday noon to Monday noon, And I saw my weight on Monday, and it was not flat to Friday. That's why I said I'm going to bring back Conquer the Weekend. And then I did my normal eating on Monday. Then I did another fast on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I stepped on the scale, and I saw that's when I was flat to Friday. And so I basically lost that pound and a half from Wednesday to Friday. But I'm digging a hole for myself over the weekend with that one day. I'm fully expecting to be up from what I was Friday, because last Friday pales in comparison to what I did this week. I had the single worst day of eating that I've had. I'm holding myself accountable, and I've got to conquer that weekend mode mentality, and that mentality of, okay, I had a weigh in, now it's time to release. I've got to stop that. I've got to stop that. I mean, I can have 2 cheat meals if all I had was what, if I ate clean all day Friday and all I had was the dinner we had when we went for Valentine's Day, and then I had 1 cheat meal on Saturday, and everything else, if I just have 2 cheat meals, and then I do my run on Sunday, I fast, and I eat clean the rest of the time. That's the important thing. Eating clean the rest of the time, those cheat meals don't create this huge deficit. And I do the cheat meals just because I feel like, I don't know, maybe I don't need them. I remember my boy Mally Mal was like, you'd be shocked at how much you progress if you cut those out of your diet. I just feel like I have in my head that I'm going to explode if I don't have some sort of indulgence. That's really what I have, and I enjoy it. And it's not, it's not beat around the bush that I enjoy it, but like with feeling restrained, like I remember I was seeing a nutritionist back in 2019 and into 2020, and she's like, if you feel constrained in your diet, if you feel like it's a struggle to maintain that diet day in and day out, eventually you're going to binge. Eventually you're going to explode, and that's what goes through my head. And that's what I did on Friday. Last week, I was super duper restrained the whole week. Um, and I had a phenomenal week from Saturday to Thursday. And then on Friday, I absolutely binged. But I just wanted to be very transparent about my eating and set expectations. I was flawless over the weekend, but I did 2 miles Saturday morning. I did chest and back Saturday afternoon. I did 4 miles yesterday. I'm fasted. I'm doing a 24-hour fast. I didn't lift. I spent most of yesterday prepping for my interviews. And I'm just and I only did 4.5 miles. I wanted to make sure I made my 10-mile target for the week. But I didn't do the full 8 because I'm just like, I don't want to. I know I need to do a lot of prep today, so I didn't want to. I was conscious of my energy level, so I didn't do anything other than the run yesterday, and I didn't do the full 8. But I have 2 weeks that I don't need to stretch my run out, so I used one of the 2. I'm trying to get to 11 by March 14th, so I'm still on track for that. But let's see where I am. What? I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. That makes zero sense. And see, I don't just like feel annoyed and frustrated when I have a bad weigh in. I'm just like, I just sat here and talked about all that I ate on Friday. So why the hell am I down 4 pounds? I'm pissed off. I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. Body fat is up. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. I don't know what the hell to tell you. Um, I don't know how my body works. This makes no sense. This makes zero sense, and I'm aggravated because I'm like, yo, like I do the right things, and then it's like I get subpar results the last 2 Fridays off of 2 hard weeks. And then I have the worst single day of eating that I had since I came back from Atlanta on January 2nd, and I go down 4 pounds with 2 clean days. I don't know what the hell is going on in my body, man. I don't. This is aggravating. I know it probably seems counterintuitive, but I'm just like, I'm trying to explain why when I do the right thing for 2 weeks, I lose 1 pound. And then I have a terrible day and I drop 4 pounds. I would honestly much rather have gone down 2 pounds each week and going up 1 pound this weekend, and it reinforced, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I just feel like I should be rewarded when I do the right thing. Why is this happening? And it just tells me something weird is going on. And then on Friday, I'm going to be like 295 pounds. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't know why I dropped 4 pounds when I had the single worst day of eating that I've had in a month and a half. It is February 16th. And Friday was by far the worst day of eating that I've had since I came back on January 2nd. I don't know. I'm aggravated. I know it seems counterintuitive, but I'm trying to explain why, because the last 2 weeks I really dialed it up and I got crap results. And that's frustrating for me. That's very frustrating for me. And then I have a terrible day and then my body sheds 4 pounds in 72 hours. And one of the days was atrocious. And I said, I'm going to hold myself accountable. I had all kinds of thoughts. Well, I'm not going to record them. I got those interviews Tuesday. I'm not going to, I got a reason to put that on the side. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. That's exactly what I always do. I am on a CFO track and I live a very high stress lifestyle. I routinely work 70, 80-hour weeks. And it's real easy to put this stuff off. And I'm not working those kinds of hours right now. I'm just prepping for the hopes of having an opportunity to do so. I am working, but I'm working like a 40, 45-hour week. And I've been putting in 4 to 8 hours a day prepping for this for the last 3 weeks since it got scheduled 3 weeks ago today. Or I was told 3 weeks ago today and it got scheduled that Wednesday. I got my interview scheduled that Wednesday, the Wednesday of the storm, and I've been prepping very, very hard for this. And it's like the more time and effort I put into it, it's like the more I'm like, I invested all this time, I better get this. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sad, or I'm just aggravated, and I'm trying to explain. It's because the last 2 weeks I really, really tried hard. And when I was not happy Friday, and I'm like, man, I did it this hard this week. Like, yo, I'm gonna lose. It's gonna take me like 2 years to lose 50 pounds at this rate. And then a bunch of weight just falls off. I don't know.